and it's Friday. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. See how many of y'all get on real quick. I'm gonna do an unboxing video. This is some gear that came in, and then I'm gonna go to the spooling as soon as a few more of y'all get on. So we'll see what's up.
Kick off the season and save $85.
Okay. Alright, there we go. What's up, gents? There's a couple of y'all already on here. That'll be thumbs up number 2. So, who's on here? Who's on here? Come on, say something. Let me see. Chat real quick. Oh man, telling y'all guys, it's been a long week, long week. How's everybody doing today? We do have a lot of new subscribers to the channel, so I'd like to invite y'all to comment and let us know where y'all from, because we grew 60,000 subscribers in the last 3 weeks or so, and it's pretty awesome. It really is. We've been at the channel for quite some time now, so we definitely got people from all over. What's up, Steve? How you doing, boss? Got here it came in. Hollow core braid. Is this Bull Buster? Yeah, it is. It is Bull Buster. So we got Bull Buster hollow core braid, and this is from Christi and Bayless. Wow. Okay, so this is 100-pound test line, and I have never dealt with the hollow core braid from Bull Buster. So let's go over to the spooling machine, because he's got a reel that is, he purchased an HXW Raptor MC in red. And, y'all not gonna like this, but I gotta do it. So, I've got to finish spooling up another reel that I started the other night, but I've been working the candle at both ends, so I've got to finish this one up so it can ship out today. Last night after the live, I was extremely exhausted, so I did not get to work on the reel as I promised. Let's see, where is... There it goes. Okay, and we're here. And I got my phone ready for this. Now I can see the comments. What's up, Toby? Toby in house as well. So, that's right. We're gonna fill this up. So he wanted all in the chartreuse in 30. However, we didn't have enough, and with the time restraint that he needs to get this shipped out, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna splice in 30-pound in the orange and fill it up so we can get it out to him. And right now we're sitting at 365 yards of 30-pound currently, and we're gonna go and add on to it. What's up, Drew? How you doing, boss? Henry, what up, gents? How y'all doing? So again, guys, there's gonna be some new guys on the channel. Please let us know where y'all are from. We do run a family-oriented channel here, guys, so keep it clean. We do prank each other and play with each other and stuff like that, and jokes and stuff. We do keep it semi-professional, so that way the kids can come in and enjoy it too, because my nieces and nephews will get on the channel as well and comment. So definitely want to ensure that the kids can enjoy it with us and stuff like that, because I'd rather have them on a fishing channel than on a gamer channel. Yeah. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. And right here you can see that I'm splicing into 30 to 30. And this one is a lot easier to work with than the 20 pound. I do have to admit that. It does take a little bit of finagling on the 20. As soon as we can get those surf weights trimmed and ready for the order, that way I can hit the road so I can get payroll. Just yeah, I'll be hitting the road here in a bit as soon as Jeff can get that organized, so that way we can get it. Because man, I've been I don't know what is up, but all my electronic deals with AT&T and with YouTube, you know, are really taking me to the next level of testing my patience. Because right now, well, AT&T, you know, about a month ago had horrible internet services to where I could not stay live on the channel without a ton of buffering. So I filed a complaint on Monday. Still have not heard back from them. I sent them an email yesterday. I have not been able to, and that's the thing with AT&T. When you get on the phone with them, you got to be prepared to have at least an hour or two of your day wasted trying to get to them. So I definitely did try calling the ooh, hold on. Go ahead, go. You got it. I've definitely been having some bad butterfingers. I thought this little spacer would work on that one, but I need a thinner one. And I know I used to have one that was a little thinner than this. I just have no idea what happened to it. But it's in there, so. Yep, and then they're like, well, let me connect you to the tech support that needs to help you. And then they're like, all right, oh yeah, we can't help you. You have to go to the business side of it because you're business. And you know, it's just one thing after another. But that's 400 yards of 30 on there. So let's go ahead and get it a little closer so y'all can see that. And that's 500 yards right there. Oh yeah, definitely this reel's gonna have a crap ton of line. There's 600 yards right there. And I could get a little bit more on there. I'm stopping it at the casting level. looks good. I'm right at 655 yards of 30 on this reel. You see it right there. And still plenty of gappage, but you can see the bevel right there on the reel. And that's what I use to guide the amount of line that is the proper level for casting. And it was something that I don't know if Avid intentionally put that there, but it is something that we have discovered that it works out perfectly for this. And put a little end loop on here. If he don't need it, all he has to do is undo the loop and it would come right out. But I think he does a hollow core splice into this and adds it, but I don't remember. But, oh, why am I doing this? I don't need to. Hold on. Okay, so he needs the chartreuse line on top. So what I have to do here is this. Yeah, no, you're right, Toby. They that, or you get connected to the right person. They're like, all right, yeah, like hold on, let me look into this, and then you get hung up on. Like, what the hell? So, yes, it is definitely something that really sucks. And for me, it has been the worst when it comes to dealing with the business side of it. Because when I went from just being a normal customer to a business application using their deal, it really, the crap really hit the fan and stuff like that. So, how you doing, boss?
Just right, you?
Doing good. How can I help you?
I just want to look around.
All right. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm missing my wing nut. Where's my wing nut?
Hey, do you pour your own leads?
Yes, sir. We do.
I've got a bunch of lead that I'm not going to use that I want to either sell or trade. Do you have any big egg weights that you might trade, like for?
Yes, we do.
You want to see what I have?
Yeah, sure. All right, guys. Give me just a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I'm live on the YouTube.
Oh,
channel.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Here, let me grab it. It's not a shit load, it's just
New.
oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
There's some trolling weight, I mean, there's some weights in there.
Well, I mean, see how it already has oxidation on it?
Uh-huh.
We couldn't sell it.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we would have melted all down and create new weights.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so you're sitting at 7 pounds. What we would do is we would give you credit for 7 pounds of weight. Normally with the recycling places, they do 20 cents a pound on lead like this. We'll do 40 cents a pound in retail.
Times like 280.
Yeah. That's what it's come out to. I don't know the math right now. But we got 8 ounce weights, 10 ounce weights. The 6s are 240. How about go and grab 2, 3, bro?
No, I mean, I'm not bitching, I'm just saying, you know, something comes for you.
Go and get 2 more.
Sure.
Yes.
Easy enough. Hey, thanks.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't have any gas, do you? Hand, maybe.
The pole gas? No, I don't. But we have the materials to make them when they are requested. That's my YouTube channel. It's called Team Hard Life. I actually teach a bunch of knowledge and tactics.
I just set this here, man. Mind if I look around?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your name?
Albert.
Bruce.
Bruce, nice to meet you, bud.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay, we got that set up now. All right, guys. So now, right here, to get the green line on top, I'm gonna download the line from that reel to a spool, and then from that spool to another spool before I actually put it back on the reel. This will help me invert the line. So for those of y'all that are new to the channel, this is something that we've been doing since we started our tackle shop. The reason for that is because a lot of times we have guys that are trying something different, and we want to ensure that everybody gets the best available knowledge that we can put out there. And for us, there it is. That's why he threw me off, because he had it on this instead of it being where it's supposed to be on the in the drawer here. Ow. What's going on? Whoa, somebody messed. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Okay. This is what happens when you let people. Wow, they bent the hell out of this. And one of two people did it. I let two of my buddies on here. Actually, three. There's one of three that could have done it. What kind of fishing do you do, boss?
Well, I've got a bay boat. I've got a handy flats boat. I do a lot of fishing in the bay. I mean, like down the meadows, sight casting reds and drums.
Oh, nice.
Just walking the flats. You know, I like to do that or get up in my tower.
Throwing lures mainly.
With lures mainly.
Yes, sir.
Although when I'm on a meat haul, I'll take a pocket full of shrimp and run down to the meadows, and there's been a bunch of drum down there, and just, you know, sight cast a drum with a 16th or a 32nd lead head with a piece of shrimp on it, and a
Nice.
backflip for it, you know.
Right.
So, and then, but snapper season, so I've been offshore fishing with a buddy of mine, and been on a good bite of snapper.
So y'all been hitting state water or federal water?
Federal,
嗯
19 miles off the beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The only bad thing about going way out there is you're limited to 2, where there's certain state water areas that you can get 4, and they'll be just as big, if not bigger.
Well, we're catching big fish. I mean, we're catching 15-pound fish.
Nice.
You know, we've had last time Dale and I went, just the 2 of us, we had 4 fish that weighed 54 pounds. So we're catching decent fish. You know, if you're going to catch 2, you might as well catch good ones, right?
Exactly. Well, I mean, depending on the fish and what they taste like and texture like, you know, the bigger they get. The bigger they get, the quality goes down.
True,
so,
true.
You know, some of those fish, that the bigger they get, it does not matter. They are
Almost
so
not,
good,
you know,
good eating. Yes.
Snapper's pretty tasty, but we've this has been a neat spot. We fished it. This is about the 3rd year, and the fish are there.
Right.
So we keep fishing it. I've seen some big sharks on the here and there, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that
that
they're posting.
Yeah, exactly. That was something that I was actually talking about on the channel a few weeks ago, with the amount of change that has been done since, you know, the 70s and 80s of big sharks and, you know, catch and release policies and stuff like that. We've also seen the amount of bigger sharks in our waters that are coming back because they're actually being released, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing. I've got 12 footers and one 13 footer under my belt for tiger sharks. So
Yeah, I've seen a picture of a big hammer recently, right?
Yes.
That somebody caught.
well, they did several big hammers this weekend. I know of 10 footer, 11 footer, and I believe he said it was 14 foot or 12 foot. Something like
a good
so
fish.
many numbers but I know of a
Yeah.
14 footer in South Pottery, but I think a buddy of mine caught a 12 foot something, and if it actually survived, he would have won the tournament this weekend and stuff like that.
Holy
So
cow. Well,
yeah.
you know, I was just telling a friend the other day, I grew up fishing in Destin, Florida.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, I worked as a maid on a boat. And before the Ling limits went into effect, we used to go and just slay the lame, right? They were 40 to 60 pounders.
Yeah.
If somebody in Pensacola caught an 80 pounder, we'd hear about it in Destin. Oh, 80 pounder, right? Well, then they put the 2 fish per day.
Mm.
They start catching 100-pound fish every year.
Yeah.
So what's those limits for? People don't, oh God, only 2, really? They bitch about it. But all of a sudden the quality of the fish is getting better and better and better.
Yeah, because now people are being pickier about what they decide to keep and stuff like that, for sure. Yes, sir.
So, I don't know. It's always hit and miss, but.
Yeah, it is a very controversial issue is the best word, because a lot of people they look at the numbers and, oh man, we're limited now and this and that, and it does make it or not worth it to them to invest the amount of money to go fishing for a certain type of fish and this and that. And I'm like, well, that's not the only fish you have to eat.
No, that's the
Yeah.
that was the but that's the quality fish. I could show you pictures from the last
You
3 years.
mind if I show my channel real quick?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me even show you. Well.
Look, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, no. Whatever's cool with you.
I mean,
Or have you holding one?
No, I've got tons of pictures though of those of that place. That.
All right. There you go, guys. Those are the snappers he's talking about right there. There, yeah. Yes, definitely.
That was 4 fish weighed 54 pounds. 14 pound average.
That is nice.
But I'll show you another picture from the same place from last week.
There, nice snapper.
Oh yeah, heck. So check. That was Saturday.
Oh, with the kids too, or
No,
just
he
family?
took his students out there.
Nice. Oh, he's a teacher, or
Yeah, he's out at the Research Institute.
with Hart over here?
Yeah.
Actually, I did a lot of shark tagging for the Hart Institute
Okay.
years ago. I
For
stopped.
Greg?
Huh?
For Greg's
yeah,
house, yeah.
Well, actually, he was the main biologist there, but I was working with another individual there, and we had a real good thing going on. When I first got into the tagging program with them, they obviously, any new fisherman kind of deal that they don't know about, they kind of treat you like, okay, well, we'll give you a little bit, and you got to kind of earn your way up. So they gave us like five of the numerical tags and the paperwork for it, and we had to do the fin clipping. So I went out that weekend and we went down to South Mansfield, and I tried to get more. I tried to look, we're going down to South Padre or to Mansfield, and we're going to be on the Shark. And well, you got to kind of, start there, and then, after you catch them, then you come back and then you get more. So we went out that weekend, and within the first hour, we were limited out with the tags. We stayed there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We were out of bait within the first 4 hours of being there. We took enough bait to last us 3 days.
There?
We were right next to the jetty.
That many
So,
sharks out
so we started doing the big countos. We were making them into like one-hitter quitters about this big, and we were catching shark after shark after shark after shark kind of deal. And then we had to stop catching sharks and go catch bait to come back to shark fishing and stuff. So it was funny because I went back Monday. I was like, well, I tried to insert them, but it would only let me insert one at a time or two, and then that was it. And he goes, yeah, most people don't catch more than 1 or 2 a weekend. I said, well, we did that in the first hour that we were there, and he kind of looked and he goes, where were? And now he starts listening, and I started telling him the story, and I started showing him the pictures and this and that. And he goes, dang. He's like, well, what did we do 10? I was like, bro, that's still not, if you want me to help you, you got to help me. I said, so what they did was they came up with this deal, and it has 25 vials in it, and he gave me 25 tags, 25 cards, and he's like, all right, let's see how you do with this one. So that next weekend I went to Bob Hall Pier. Well, Friday I went, and this time I had his number, and so I told him, hey, I got out here at 5 a.m. I started fishing at 6. I'm done with the 25, and it's 8 o'clock tonight. And he goes, well,
What
I'll be
size sharks are you talking?
5 foot plus. That's all. It got to the point that instead of tagging all the 2 and 3 footers, I was doing 5 foot plus. Yeah, because we were catching a lot of the 3 and 4 footers, but then I asked him, I said, well, thought the phone was gonna keep ringing. I was like, is there a specific species you want me to tag and this and that? And so then we started getting real technical on it. And even then, they came and dropped me off another 25. By Sunday, I was done with those, being even more, in line of what they were needing. And then so I went back that Monday and I brought the next 25. He already picked up the other ones. And he goes, bro, he's like, you're catching a lot of sharks. Like, when we're on them, we're on them. Like, and so what they did was they gave me 3 of those 25 count deals, and I was dropping them off pretty much every other week. All 75 just gone like that. And I've got pictures of the whole table just with the card and the little vial from I was taking the fin clipping. We got a picture of the whole table, like those half long round table like that, completely filled with tags like that and stuff. So, and we were on to something. And at the end of the season, we end up tagging. In that season, when he actually took it, we did. Was it 260 sharks in that little time period? Because they were also looking at it and they were keeping track of all the fishermen. And it's funny because the graph is a bar graph, so they had everybody won 5, 10 or like that, and then it was like a big old line for us,
earthquake on the
and then them too. And we tagged out as many sharks as they did on a paid program, going out on a boat and just fishing for like 5 days straight, just drawing in the shark after shark. And at that point you can't really classify them as, well, they caught more or better. Well, they're on a boat, they're able to chum in all day long and just have a crew. It's just me and my team. Like we were
crazy.
So yeah, but it was pretty awesome. And but
have you heard anything about any of those tags being recaught?
Yes, a bunch of them got
That'd be
recaught and
really
stuff like
cool.
that. But I know one time I had to make a move from my shop from one shop to another, and I lost a bunch of the tags. And they were like, "Hey man, do you think you have these tags?" And I looked and couldn't find them. I was like, "Bro, I don't know what happened to them." And he's like, "Well, people are catching sharks that don't have any information on them or anything like that." And I was like, "Well, hopefully at least they got the tag and the measurements so that way you can restart it or whatever."
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to pull away because they promised a lot, and then when they didn't follow through, I was like, you know what, we put in a lot of work to help them, and then they offer this, and then they get pulled back, and it just it didn't strike us. I was like, you know what, we do a lot of y'all's work, and for it to come back like that, we're making y'all's job easier, so y'all can do the scientific portion of it. And for us as fishermen, that's just an undue burden for us to stop. Yeah. Oh, we got to take this. We got to do this. We got to, instead of just a measurement and release it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we haven't really done it again. We did get as far with them as to doing acoustic tagging and sat tagging with them. Oh, wow. We did. I think it was like 12 tigers in one weekend. And it was retarded amount. And it wasn't just us. It was like the fishermen we were fishing with. They were catching tigers too. So we would talk to them like, "Hey guys, can you all give us a hand?" Like to get, "Oh yeah, cool." So a lot of fishermen were drawn in with the knowledge of being able to help out and stuff like that. So it was a great push for them. Like they had a crew of like 7 guys there, and all 7 of them were just sweating, just trying to keep up with the amount of work. And I was like, now y'all know how we feel, and we're fishing on top. So it's us fishing, trying to do y'all's job, and so it was fun, but we ended up having to cut ties. So that's a 130. Yeah.
130.
Yes, sir, by Avid.
Very cool. It's bluefin tuna or big sharks?
Big shark is what I've caught on it so far. I haven't had the ability to go after bluefin or any yellows, but eventually I'll get there. I will get there, and I'm excited because all these guys talk about them, and I have yet to land one yet.
Yep, they're right. That's a big reel.
Yes, sir. I actually casted that reel.
You what?
I put it on a fishing rod because they said it couldn't be done, and I literally told them, "Hold my beer," and I went over there and I did it. Yeah, so
that's wild. Hey, thanks for the lead.
Yes, sir. Thank you too, boss.
You bet. Good fishing to you.
Yes, sir. You too, and check out the channel. We're on there.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
I'll check it out.
Awesome. All right, here we go. And What's up, Darnell? How you doing? Yep, there's the first reel. I know I'll get to the second one before Jeff is done doing what he's got to do in the back. He's trimming weights right now. So we need them set up so I can get these orders out. We got an order going out to my distributor. We got one going to Causeway Pier, Bait Bucket, and 4-Day Outfitters. So Eric, for an SX Raptor, we have our Team Hard Life rods that are 9 foot that we normally pair those with. We used to pair them up with a Tackle Industry or a Vexen rod. However, the company wasn't carrying the solid one pieces, so we basically had to get away from them to be able to create the solid one pieces that we were wanting. And we are now using FTU or steadfast blanks to create our 9 foot rods. We're also bringing in rain shadow blanks as well, and we'll be making them. But we have put our SX Raptors on 10 footers and all the way up to 14 footers, and they are beast reels, boss. They really are. They can handle pretty much anything you throw at them. And yeah, no, it's just whatever style of fishing you're wanting to do, it can pretty much handle. So just kind of giving you a heads up on that one. There we go. All right, now I can pull this off. And that was my anaconda knot there, but now that I'm not needing it, I can undo this loop here. Just got to find the right side to pull on. Yep, I'm on the right. And this is the only way to get this knot undone, is to pull it from the inside out. Basically like a Chinese finger trap. As you're pulling on it, it gets tighter on the inside. Well, with these knots, basically it's inverted. So the looseness has to come from the center outward in order for you to be able to get the line undone and stuff like that. So well, not just in surf. I got guys that use them for offshore fishing all the time. So you can put it on those rods like that and be able to target monster fish as well. So it just, like I said, it depends on the style of fishing that you're wanting to go with. So yeah. All right. Come on. There it goes. Take that off. 0 line lost right there. Now I'm going to put the spool onto my line counter up on top, because that's the only way I can hold it and take it to the next step that I am doing here. Got a measure from a customer. He caught an 80-pound cod of 300 using my leader. Oh, that's awesome, Drew. Yes, sir. That's what it's about. Yep. So, and also too, guys, we are confirming new sponsors pretty much every day for the 100K giveaway. I'm going to try to give it till next week, if not the following week, because I want all the tangible prizes in hand. So that way, as we are selecting the winners, they can see exactly what they are getting. And then also too, our sponsors can get all the advertisement that they are working for and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get their names for the sponsors as quickly as I can too, because that will also help us ensure that they get the proper advertisement. Because again, keeping the sponsors happy, guys, is important for all of us, because one, it helps them keep coming back to help us, because it shows that the customer base that we have is going to give them the support they need, because it's advertisement, guys. They are paying for advertisement, and advertisement only works if the return sales are there for them to reap the rewards of them investing into us. So yeah. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? Hustle. What's up, guys? How you doing? see y'all are at it. Anybody getting ready to go fishing today or this weekend? I know Corey Gomez with teaming with the hook. He's going out there doing a solo mission. We'll see how that goes. I did tell him if he ran into any trouble to give me a call. So I'm trying my best to hurry up and do this. Maybe I can go join him for a few hours, run some bait, and get her done. Yes, sir. Toby nailed it right there. I can show y'all some of our rods that are currently in-house. We got 3 available for sale, and we'll show y'all those here in just a minute. Let me just finish getting through this. Samba, how you doing? Again, guys, we have a lot of new people on the channel. Welcome to Team Hard Life YouTube. I am downloading a JX or MXJ reel, and I'm flipping the line over. And we'll see why here in just a second. All right, so, and actually, Johnny, we have some of the breakaway rods in-house as well, and they're the 12 and 13 footers. So depending on what you're trying to target in the surf, will also help us better determine what rod we want to help you get set up for. So that we kind of need to know the style of fishing you want to do with it. I know it's in the surf, but are you primarily targeting like bull reds or, you know, smaller, or are you trying to target anything big you can? Are you intending to use this rod, you know, anywhere else other than the surf? Because, you know, fishing the jetties and surf, you know, you can go long rods like that, but if you intend on using it on the local piers, then we would have to go another route, because you don't want to be using a 12 or 13 foot rod on the local piers just because everybody else is using shorter rods, and it does become very cumbersome. So okay. All right, Johnny. Well, if you don't mind sharing, was it an experience with the fishing rod or with customer service? Just curious if you don't mind sharing a little bit of that, because we always try to understand why people make the choices they make, and if we can help out, obviously we'd love to. So okay, all right, Johnny. Well, we have some, I have some 10-foot rods in-house right now that we could pair up an SX Raptor to, and it will give you a lot of power for casting. So if you want to be casting distance with that reel, you can put it on there and it will enable you to fish the local piers and stuff like that. Because I have used my SX Raptors on my 10-footers, and they are beast. It does look overkill of the size of reel compared to a rod, but at the same time, the reels don't back down. They got beast mode in them, so you just got to turn it on for sure. So let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm getting this. All right, guys. So if you noticed earlier when I did spool the reel, I spooled on. Y'all saw where I already had the chartreuse braid on, the green, and then I added the orange, which is now going to be the first line to go on. And by me flipping the line like this allowed me to move the orange line into the bottom, so that way we could still fill his reel with line and go from there. So we are getting this done right now. That's where I fix it. All right. So how do you like that SX Raptor on your 552? I'm asking so that way it can determine if you want to go lighter or heavier, or do you like the feel of it and you're looking for something similar to that? Well, we do sell the reels in-house too, Eric. We have several colors and sizes available. I could show you all that, but let me go ahead and finish this splice here. And there you go. Once it gets going, it'll rock and roll. So sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain, but how you doing, boss? Doing all right? How can I help you? All right. If you hear me talking to myself, it's because I'm live on the YouTube channel, so I'm kind of talking to the phone. Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching you.
Awesome. Well, that was going to be my next question, so you answered it.
Huh?
I said that was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
But
I
you
have you on my thing.
awesome, awesome. Oh, I like the shirt. Periodic table of marble. I like that. Have you seen the new Wolverine and
No, man. My daughter went to see it.
what'd she say?
She said she liked it.
Awesome.
I haven't been too busy with the grandkids, man.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
My cousin gave me that one.
HXW. I can't see if that's a 2-speed or is it a 2-speed or
I have no idea.
4.2. No, it's a single speed.
Okay.
See, it says 4.2. Okay.
Okay, now I put it on a 12-foot Ugly stick. What would be a good weight to put on it?
I would go with at least. See, with the bigger reels like that, you need a heavier weight to get that spool to move and to keep up with it so that way it doesn't backlash on you. So if you can throw at minimum 6 ounces or higher,
Okay.
you'll get good distance on it and you should be pretty good. But let me see the picture again. I think that's a non-MC, so that you'll still have to.
Doesn't have the magnetic.
Okay, so you're still gonna have to thumb the spool on that. So yeah, no, non-MC. So yeah.
Now the way I said it, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I put the weight on it on the reel, and then I adjust it over here to where it's barely.
That is incorrect, big time. That knob, and well, actually here on the channel, the knob on the side that you're talking about is called the preset.
Okay.
That controls your lever for your drag system. So let me grab a reel with lines so that we can. And actually, here's my HXW too. So when you put it in the free spool, it allows it to move like this.
Yeah.
But if you're tightening this to control that, when you go to engage it like this, you're way overmaxed. Like that's why you're probably only able to lift it up like this and real hard push it up. You're having that problem is because your preset controls your lever. This has nothing to do with your casting ability. It goes complete free spool. Like there's nothing that, other than thumbing the spool that can help you. This one I have the actual magnetic control. So that I will control to help control my cast.
Okay.
So
I just leave it on free spool.
yeah, you throw it in free spool and you thumb the spool with your thumb.
Okay.
Now, to set this, you take it up to strike, and then you, with the rod and line, you have them pull on it and find out what you're capable of handling.
Okay.
Some people hold more, some people hold less, body issues, maybe they have a crink in their back that day and stuff like that. So you'll have to set it like that. But if you're presetting this, you're not even going to be able to get up there. It's going to go like this and be locked over. And then also, too, when you engage it like this, it's not going to give you the clicker mode, so that way when you have the drag or bait in the water, it's not going to allow you to have that where the fish can run off and make the sound.
Okay.
So like right now, that's super tight. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be where it has a little bit, you know what I mean? And then, okay, then I slow it down. But when the fish takes off with it, then I can go all the way up to strike and slow them down.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
So 6 or 8 ounce over here?
6 or higher, boss. Yes, sir. All right.
I was calling to see if
What's up, Ghost? How you doing? So, again, guys, for those of y'all that are new to the channel, let us know where y'all are from. We've got multiple guys from the Philippines. We've had some check in from Australia, South America, Italy. Yes, all over. And we love it because it shows the channel is working. So I am actually right here, I'm splicing in, I'm doing what we call an anaconda knot. This is a knot I developed about probably about 21 years ago, but I have since then improved it, and I need to actually take this tagline further because it's not long enough to hold the tagline that I've got. And what I'm going to show y'all here, guys, is there it goes. Just let me know when you're ready, boss.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
I go to the park and I lock Joe and people are looking at me like, Sir, thank you.
So I pulled out the needle too soon, so I need to reinsert it back into the knot there, or into the braid, so I could take the tag line a little further in. This is what I'm trying to do, is double up the line that is going around the spool, so that way when it comes back through the loop that I am creating to create this a knot, or my stopping point to lock in the braid on the spool, because I don't use any tape and I don't use any mono, and this needle is being a pain in the butt. It don't want to go in. It's good in there. It's good. All right, here we go. little bit of a pain this morning. Sorry, I'm actually having to focus here. I do have to admit, my eyesight ain't where it was. I have to hold it a little bit further away from me so I can focus in on it, but I keep pushing it so I can get closer and closer to my eyes, so that way I don't lose that part of vision right there. So what's up, Roger? How you doing? There it goes. It's going. Finally getting the move on over here. That was enough. That might be enough. Good deal. All right. So, as you can see, I've created a loop around my main line. So basically this is creating the knot that I need to lock the braided line onto the spool. And now I'm going to take out all the excess here. I'm going to turn on the clicker so you can see how much grip the line is actually gripping on a smooth spool. And it's because the amount of wraps that are around it are allowing it to make that happen. So, got a little bit of the tag line hanging. Let me do this real quick. Also too, guys, what I've been thinking about a lot is, now that I've hit 100,000 subscribers, I think it's time to go back and do some backtracking over a lot of the other videos that we have done. And give me a second, let me... What I mean by that is, like the knot tying 101, the where I did the and right here, if you can see it, there's the thin portion, and that is where the actual tag line has come back through the braid and is locked in over here. What it means is that this tag end here that is wrapped around the spool and around or through the knot here, the loop, is doubled up line. So it's actually 60 pound test that is running through that section right there. So now we can go ahead and spool it, and I'm going to put the orange line under the chartreuse and give the customer what he's wanting, the chartreuse braided line on top. There we go. See, and I didn't wear glasses all the way. Well, it wasn't until I was like in my second year in the Marine Corps that I decided to get glasses. And it was only because on the rifle range, I was trying to improve my score. I was already an expert, but I needed a higher expert to get me the points I needed so that way I can get my next promotion. And doing all the required courses that I needed as well. I mean, I pretty much maxed out all the point values that I could get, having a perfect PFT, and by getting glasses, it improved my ability to get a higher expert score, and that improved my score as well. So I ended up picking up Corporal about a little over 2 years in the Marine Corps, maybe closer to 3, but yeah. And there we go. We got the chartreuse braid on top. And this by doing it the way I did, it also allows me to ensure that I get it perfect every single time, because trying to take an estimation on how much line is needed to fill up a reel at whatever given depth is pretty hard. You know, a lot of times you tell them put 1,000 yards on, and they'll end up needing 1,200 yards. You know, so. And now I can do the end of the splice here to close it out, and this reel is ready for shipping. Yes sir, it is Friday, but now the afterburners are on for us here, because I've got to get this reel spooled up, another reel spooled up, and get some gear packaged up to ship out so we can knock this out of the park. Come on. There we go. This green is a lot easier to splice than the orange. I wonder why is that? Maybe a different machine weaved it? A very, very good possibility is, y'all saw the live video that I did from Tightline Braid when I went to go visit them. They have quite a bit of machines that produce the braids for them, and then you saw all the checks and balances process that they have for their braid and stuff like that. So there we go. Got that. Got it. Yeah. All right, so that's Jesse Matthews for you. And now, time for the main event. Here we go. This is an HXW Raptor Plus in red. Yeah, that is, y'all have no idea how many years we've been waiting for this day to get here, to have HXW Raptors with the MC ready for casting. This is so awesome. So awesome. So I do have a few more of the other colors in-house, guys, so definitely be ready for that. So. Yeah. Well, let us know. We can definitely get it. We got red, blue, black, gunmetal, and purple. Have all of those. So, oh yeah, we're doing all right. So this will be a first right here, because I've never dealt with the bull buster in a hollow core braid. So let's get it open. This is gonna be pretty cool. See how this works out. And there's a line, and it says it passed, I guess, some kind of inspection. I'm already liking what I'm seeing, because right here where it's laid flat, it looks like it opens up pretty good. So that's a good thing. That's a very good sign. Now, let's see. Just barely missing the, I go one more up. go. Line counter zeroed out. I'm excited. A new braid to check out. Whoa, okay. So, first thing I'm noticing, see how it is holding its form right there? I don't like that. And the reason I don't like that, that tells me that it is probably coated with coloring. I've seen another company do that. Look at that. Talk about line memory. That is... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. But I've seen another company do this, and what they were doing, it was the Diamond Gen 3, and they actually colored their braid. Like it's colored white. I don't know why it's colored white, but it is. And so that feels a lot like the Diamond. Let's do this. Wow, look at that. Okay, so it's not as white as the Diamond. You can definitely see that the carrier groups are bigger on the bull buster than it is over here. So this is probably a 12 strand. It does not say. But it feels very much like Diamond. It does. But yeah, that's... Well, I'll do the same thing I did with this one. Well, it doesn't hold it as much as this one did. Look at that. Wow. They feel almost very, 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 very close. I wonder if the needle's going to go through on splicing. That's going to be the other one. Let's see. It looked like it was very flat, man. That was... Okay. Alright, so that is that. Let me grab the Diamond over here again. Grab a needle. Same size. Nope, that's bigger. Make sure the needles are... That one's a little bigger, but this shouldn't make that much of a difference. What I'm looking for is the thickness of the braid as it is right there. So, and they feel real, like the texture on it is very abrasive, like against my hands. Like it feels like I'm... See, that one don't even go on the needle there. It's going, but it doesn't open up very much, you see? Well, the Bull Buster opened up a bit more, so that's good. But they feel like... They feel very abrasive, like sandpaper-ish. That's the best way I can describe it. It's one of the reasons why I don't like lines that are like that. If it feels this... It feels like I'm rubbing my hand with sandpaper is what it feels like. I don't like that. And the reason I don't like that is because when it's underwater and it's rubbing up against structure that has sharp edges, this will act like sandpaper trying to cut through it. God, that is thick. Look at that. Look at that. Like, that's crazy. Like, let's do this. Wow. And it made those 3 bends on its own. Like, that's insane. So I will have to ask Christian if he has used this line or did he buy it on the hopes that it would work. I mean, golly. This is crazy. I don't know. I've got a lot of questions. You know what? Let me call him real quick. Let me grab my other phone. I want to have these answers. Hey, what's up, boss?
Hey, not too much.
All right, I am spooling up your reel right now, and I'm
Okay.
noticing that little things about the braid that are really uncharacteristic of a solid braid or a hollow core.
Okay.
Have you used this line before? Or you
No. I got it off like a recommendation off of when they first came out. That line, I think I got that like a year or two before COVID even hit, and it was just oh, okay. So I bought it and I just never used it because I was going to throw it on my spinning reels. And then I thought, well, if I put 100 pound on there, I'm not going to get cramped for line capacity.
right?
So I never used it, and it's just sitting on my shelf. And I figured, oh yeah, I'll throw it on that reel. So you're basically telling me it's junk?
I wouldn't say it's junk. I will not do that because this is my first time putting my hands on it, but I do feel it's very abrasive. Like it feels like I'm sandpaper was on a string. That's what it feels like. It feels very abrasive.
Okay.
But it is spliceable. I'm splicing it right now. I'm live on the channel if you want to check it out. But
Actually, I'm in Target right now.
oh, okay. Well, so on that, it's just there's a bunch of things that I'm pointing out. Like it has line memory. Like I can kink it and it'll actually hold the kink there. It won't come. But if you rub it down, it'll come out. It's crazy. It's like it holds memory until you erase the memory. It's crazy.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I just had to kind of ask that question because I can't assume anything with any customer, you know what I mean? So I always got to kind of call and ask and stuff like that. But I will tell you this, the way it is acting, it does feel like it's not going to get great line capacity because since it is having this much amount of line memory, it's going to be like stacking solid braid on a reel. It's not going to lay flat until it's forced to lay flat. So,
Gotcha. Yep.
but yeah, no, I'm going to spool it up, and we definitely want to keep posted on how it works out for you.
Yeah. Yep. And I was going to say, yeah, I don't know if the companies. I don't even know.
Well, I think they're still in business, but I was kind of excited because this is the first time I was dealing with their hollow core braid. I've dealt with a lot of their mono and some of their solid, and yeah, there's. I personally wouldn't, because I mean, this is crazy. Wow. You got to see the video because when I'm talking to you, I'm trying to roll it like blind should, and it like goes and it like it's hard to describe. You'll have to see it. So I definitely keep us posted. Keep us posted, boss.
Yep. It's just going to be basically back line. And do you have? I told you 80 pound mono. Do you have 60?
A 60-pound mono?
Yeah.
Let me check real quick, boss. I should have. That's 50. How much mono are you looking for?
I'm looking for a couple 100 yards, just as a top shot.
On this reel?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be offshore fishing with it or land-based fishing with it?
Basically land-based fishing and more or less trolling lures behind the boat.
Okay, so you definitely need the mono for sure.
Yep.
And you said you want at least 200 yards. I don't think I have 60. I got 50, 40, 80. And I think that's it.
Then let's go with the 50 then. I'm just thinking because I can still, the 50 will be able to cast easier than the 80, I believe, correct?
Yes. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's go with the 50 then.
And how many yards did you want again?
Roughly 200.
200?
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I just want enough. Maybe 200 feet at the most behind the boat.
Okay, boss. Can you text me that? Because you're coming in really broken up, and I don't want to mishear you. Okay.
All right. Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
All right, so I got to wait now because depending on how much line he wants, I've got to put that on first in order to know how much is going to be needed on here, because I haven't done 50 pound in a long time. John Holiday. John, it was wild. Aliens landed and gave Albert a ride in their spaceship, and it was crazy. Oh, John Holiday, stirring the pot already. Gotta love it. And let's see. All right, so with what he wants, I may have to spool up first with the mono before I can do all the braid, because when you throw mono in, it really throws a curveball on this. So, yeah. And if that's the case, I'm gonna have to take this off so I can use this to do the splice into the mono, so that way he can or I can add the mono top shot on there for whatever length he's wanting or needing. This is part of being able to invert the line like this. By me doing it this way, guarantees I give the customer the maximum amount of line that can be offered for the reel for whatever line capacity they want to go with for mono top shots. Mono top shots are the curveball in any spooling deal. So let's see what's up with this. Yeah. Now I'm just kind of waiting for his text, but I got the 50 pound there. And again, I'm not gonna tie it onto the spool. I'm just gonna put it on there so that way I can put the exact amount of line that he does want on the reel. And zero out my line counter. 200 yards of 50. Okay, cool. All right, so like I said, all I'm doing is just gonna put this on here so that way I can put the mono top shot at exactly 200 yards, and then I'll add the braid on top. So good, I got it. Okay, so got my line counter set. Let me put 200 yards, and oh, you can step on that. There it goes. Hey, and real quick question, guys. I saw something the other day that Great Wolf Lodge had some kind of chemical attack or something, that people were getting sick left and right. And then I also heard something that something was happening on an airplane. I have not been able to do any more further research or anything on it, but I was wondering if anybody has heard anything about it. So, if y'all can fill me in, that would be pretty awesome. Wow. I don't know how much line that's going to leave him if we go to 200 yards. That's 200 yards right there, guys. 200 yards of braided line, or 50 pound mono. Let's see. Well, Eric, we designed a knot that allows the braid to actually grip the spool, and that's my anaconda knot. Um, all right, so I'm sending him a picture right now before I cut the mono, because that he may choose to do 100 yards, because if he's only going 150 foot behind the boat, then he could probably do 100 yards and go from there. So okay, he's good with that. So we're gonna cut that here, and we're gonna go into the braided line. There we go. So with this, I am gonna actually tie an FG knot. That way, lock this down. There we go. Let's see. Come on. Why is this being a pain in the butt? I'm trying to tie my FG knot on here. It's finally gripping. I'm putting pressure on my mono and the two braids at the same time with one hand. Come on, give it to me, give it to me. Now that I'm a little deeper, I can go a little faster on it. And the reason I chose to go with the FG over the other knot is because I don't think he'll be casting 200 yards to hit this knot, so he really doesn't need the line to fly off the reel at the double arc with the bimini knot. Keep that in play. Awesome. Well, thank you, Christian. So he just sent me a text to tell us that we can play with the rest of the spool of braid. So I'll be doing some spooling videos to take it further down, because obviously right now we're not going to be able to have a lot of knowledge learned off of the 200 yards that we're going to put on here. But he's allowing us to stay with the spool so we can do some spooling videos, and also too, when it's ready to be able to give it away to help somebody else out. So we'll see. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Christian. And time to cut this. And I know I have a lighter here somewhere. Maybe up here, maybe I moved it. The one the customer just gave me, right?
I thought you had that lighter one that we use for
Hello? Live on the channel, spooling the reel, boss.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a call a little later so I can get that care pack taken care of for my cousin.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I will be on the road here shortly making deliveries, so it won't be till probably later this afternoon, boss. Like after 2, I would say.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, boss.
All right, thanks, man.
Later. Good deal. Let's see. All right. God, this is crazy the way this line is acting. I've never seen a braided line just hold its posture the way this one is doing, but it is doing it. So. Alright, so go and test this knot real quick. There it goes, right there. So now I can trim it off and clean it. Okay. There it goes. There we go. So there's the FG knot right there that I tied. And now we can spool it up and get the yardage on him, for him. Take off the clicker. Oh man, what's up, Hurting for Sturgeon? What's up, boss? John Dule, Zach, what's up, guys? How you doing? So, are we looking good on camera? We're looking good on camera. Let's go ahead and go. Okay, immediately I could feel the heat coming off of that, and it wants to cut into my skin. And y'all know, guys, I roll this braid fast through my fingers, but that I can immediately feel like the heat friction right there. You can see it kind of like burning the skin. It's real shiny. Look at that. right there, and right there, that line. So that's something else to notice. I was guessing about 400 yards or 200 yards of braid once I did all this. So let's see how close I was. Man, I was really close. But yeah, you can see how shiny my skin is because it burned it like that. See all of that. And you see my hands are dull, like, but right there where the braid was running, it made it all nice and shiny there too. Like, yeah, so be careful with this line. But I didn't see any of the white pigmentation come off. So I guess it's not like the diamond where they actually paint their line white. I don't know why they do that. Maybe they're doing it to have that protective coating like Power Pro does or whatever, but yeah. So I don't know. But we got 397. I'll go and make it an even 400. So that way it's even right there. Go, got that, got that. that is weird one. I'm kind of weirded out on that. That's weird. So look at that. Like, what line does that? 130 pound of tight line. 130. So, you know, a lot thicker. You know what I mean? Limber. That, I like limber. That one, literally, I'm able to hold it up, pointing it to you. Wow. That's crazy. My allergies are really, really acting up. Okay, so John, to answer your question, for the FG knot, if you're trolling, then yes, I would recommend it. Just because it's a nice tight line or a nice tight knot where it's very slim. However, if you're going to be casting the reel where the mono is going to come off and you're going to be hitting the braid, then I would say no. I wouldn't recommend it. The reason for that is because when you cast out and the reel is spinning, it creates an arc where the line comes off and hits the first guide. Well, mono creates a certain type of arc and braid creates another type of arc. So we have slow motion where the mono came off the reel and the braid came off the reel and created another arc like this. What ended up happening is it hit that first guide, wrapped around the first guide, and broke the mono top shot off. So what I ended up doing was I created a bridge. When I attach braided line to monofilament, what I do is I do a bimini loop, and I do it kind of big, like, you know, to where it's about 20 inches long. What that does, it creates a little bridge from the mono, the bridge, to the braid, and it keeps it from backlashing on you or catching that first guide and wrapping up and breaking you off. So that's why, yes, I recommend it, but I don't recommend it depending on circumstance. All right, here we go. I mean, you could look at it like that, John, because, and to be honest, that's what the feeling or texture was coming off as, that it was like a Kevlar line. That's what it felt like, real abrasive like that. But we won't know until it actually goes out. But again, too, it's not fishing straight braid. you know, all the way to his leader, he is using a monofilament top stop. So it's going to be semi-biased, but again, too, it'll at least give us an idea of how it acts on the reel after long term, because it'll be under all this mono there. So. That was pretty strange for sure. There we go. Got the mono off. Now I can flip it one more time. This spool to another spool before it goes back onto the reel. I gotta move the locking. Oh, no, don't lose that. Oh, put in the wrong hole. Let's see, where are we at? We're at 33 people, 29 thumbs up. That's pretty good. Doing a lot better on the thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much. So I'm really interested in doing more testing of this line to put it onto a spool and, you know, see what kind of line capacity it's going to get. So definitely going to have to do some back-to-back spooling as soon as I can sit here and devote some time to it. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to down spool it again. This will give me the ability to invert the line. I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas. So where are you from, Eric? Oh. They are all true. Yes, sir. Alright, got that. And start spooling. So now that I have flipped it off of that spool onto this spool, as you can tell, the mono is now underneath it. So that'll give it the ability to be the top end once it spools onto the reel over here. So, CJ, what's up, boss? How you doing? Timothy, what's up, boss? How you doing too? Oh man, all right, there we go. Now, put this on here. Start my anaconda knot. And what this is doing, guys, it is creating the grip that is needed to keep the braid from slipping on the spool, because most of these spool arbors are very, very smooth. But as you can tell right here, I'm gonna do this. And that's me just pulling on the braid and it's creating that grip to allow us to do that a starting point, so that way I don't use tape or mono, because we have already proven that tape will still slip on your spool because the stickiness, once it warms up, it doesn't stick, it doesn't hold it, it'll actually move real slow, and it'll create that that snake-like effect, a line, loose line on your spool. And also too, with mono, it stretches, and because it stretches, it also does that same thing. It's loosening up the braid from the inside out. Also too, mono eats up your line capacity, so the more mono you put on there, the more line you're going to lose in the overall. So by me creating this knot, it allows me to grip the spool. And look, I'm just pulling on one side. I don't even have any grip on the other, and it's still enough to grip the spool to make the clicker go off. So that should tell you that once you actually add pressure to both sides, how much grip this knot will actually do. And let's do this. All right. So let's see. Go. Got that. Now I can pull it out. God, this is crazy. I'm kind of blown away at how strong this braided line feels. There we go. Got that. And so real quick, now that it's kind of loose, I'm gonna zoom in. Make sure it's nice and clear. All right, so right there you can see that the line is loose. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the drag here. So I'm locking in the spool, and I'm gonna pull on the line. What I'm gonna do, just holding it by hand, and you're gonna see the strands actually start to twerk on there. Torque on there, not twerk, torque on there. And there's no glue, and it's going to start to catch the line or the spool. See how even if I had it loose, that was crazy that it actually spun that far. But I think a lot of that has to do with the line memory of that line itself. It actually created just enough misgrip that it did that. But look at that. So I am pulling on it, and you can see it cinched down. These three over here, it just locked it in like that. So I've created a grip there, and that is where you're going to go. So now we can go ahead and start our spooling to do a finished spool, and this will be good because this is our first HXW Raptor Plus MC with the Bullbuster line. Granted, it's not the full spool, so I'm going to have to come back and set that up again to do full spooling. There we go. Oh, zoom out. There we go. All right, that's 100 yards of the 100-pound test on there. Wow. right, that's 200 yards of braid. Now I'm going to the mono and fill it up. Go. Oh. So now we got 400 yards of total line capacity on here. 50-pound mono, 200 yards, 100-pound test, 200 yards. And on this HXW Raptor MC, it says 405, but that could have been a couple of the rotations up there, and gives him plenty of gaps so that way he can pile up the line just in case. So yes, Bull Buster is the braided line that we used for this reel, and Christian has been gracious enough to let us have the remaining portion so we can actually fill up other reels. So stay tuned for that, as I'm gonna be doing some testing with that. That's insane, guys. It really is. So give me a second. Let me get organized over here for our next portion of the video. Where's my clip at? Alright, guys. What's up, Bobby? I know a package is coming in for him pretty soon. We're waiting on that to come through. But I do have some unboxing to do, so give me just a second. We had some gear come in this morning. Got another big old box here. Oh man. Well, this is one of our new channel sponsors, and I didn't know that that was there, and I kind of cut through it. But Heavenly Creations was the company that created the cups for us, and they sponsor a lot of the tournaments as well. So they are coming in. We're still working out negotiating the details of it, but they're going to be coming in as a sponsor for our channel. So it's misplaced right now, John. I saw it the other day and I put it in my pocket, but I think it got washed with the laundry or something like that. I know I saw it. I know I did it the other day. It's not lost, it's just misplaced. Alright, so let me do this again. Yes, sir. Y'all saw the glow in the darks yesterday. Now this is the other one that we got right here. Yeah, buddy, that is awesome. So she came up with the design on the bottom and the top, so it came out really nice, guys. So we do have this. And then we have the glow in the darks as well. And those are the ones that we got in yesterday. And yes, they are going for $30 a piece, guys, on the cups. We will have some for the 100K subscriber giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And you cannot buy your way into the 100K giveaway, you can only earn your way into it. So with that being said, you got a few more days to get in on it. Cups and house guys. And I've still got one more flavor that is coming in, guys, so stay tuned for that. But right now we do have the cups available for sale. They do come with the metal straw and also the straw cleaner instead of a pipe cleaner. I got that in there so you can maintain your gear pretty well. So that is awesome. There. We are ready. Yeah. That, and I got more from what they got to us yesterday, but yeah. Yes, flavor. Leave my flavors or whatever we call it alone. I'm always saying that. I'm always saying flavor to the color. Let's see if we can see it. I think there's still too much light, but you can see them kind of glowing already. Yep. So they do have it, and again too, obviously if I could take them into a darker area, and let's do this. I mean, look already. Go in here. Hold on a second, boss. I'm going to turn off the light just for a second. There we go. You can see them. They really do glow, guys. So, oh yeah. All right. Well, we got them here at the shop, so you can come pick them up, or you can call. We can ship them out with the gear that you're wanting. But I do have to get to breaking some weights over here because I'm trying to hit the road as quickly as possible. What time is it now? 11:30. So I definitely got to give Jeff a hand so we can knock this out. Again, guys, we do have. If y'all want to get in on the fire drawing today, or if y'all want one, because I know we just did one yesterday. If y'all want one done today, let me know. You have to send the funds via the Cash App or through the Super Chat later this afternoon when I go live. But we'll see what's up. So I'm excited. So. See, John, golly. That's what I was doing next. I'm going to have it flipped where it is black in the background and the lettering will be in the glow in the dark. So those are coming next. It may take a few weeks to get there. Like I said, I've invested a lot of money in those, so I got to get a few of those sold before I can move on to the next one. But it is coming, guys. But again, too, YouTube is looking into what's going on, why I cannot pull somebody else in when they offer that deal. But I did finally see too where and now I guess I'm being allowed to do the long videos in the video short format. So be expecting quite a bit of those to start coming through as well. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, guys, for all of y'all that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and please ask your questions and or be willing to share knowledge, guys. We developed the channel to be a knowledge sharing channel here. And again, we are looking forward to it. So y'all have a blessed day. I will talk to y'all later. I got to cut and run over here, guys. Later, guys. And no, John, we did not mail your reels. We're pulling the gear. I tried to work on it the other night, but I was utterly exhausted. But it will get packed up today. I will try and ship it out today as well. So, all right, later, guys.